tell us a little bit about the play, what it's about, and just the setting of it?
Right. So, The Second Coming is a play that is set in a church. Basically, what the play tries to unravel is it brings to the fore the travails that the vicars and the pastors and priests go through. Because when people are judging them, they use a tight, a draconian sort of scorecard. You know, there's austerity and all that, as opposed to any other normal human being. But what we forget is these priests and pastors and people are just, yeah, they're human beings like us, you know. So you find that a priest is living with a lot of reservations, a pastor, you know, because people are like, what is he going to do, you know? All eyes on you and all that, you see. So the play, there's a pastor who has his own shortcomings like anybody else. Yeah, but the church is very harsh on him, you know, draconian. And basically what you're trying to say is these people are human beings like us. At the same time, you're also trying to tackle the salient issues that the church goes through.
Maybe just to cut you short a little bit, did you write the play? Or?
No, it was written by a friend of mine called Munene Marania, but I'm just taking the role of a director.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, maybe did the writer write this from personal experience, or is this something that you've just noticed in the society and you want to highlight it?
Well, this is something that has been bedeviling people, including myself, and I think the writer as well. So that is what actually prompted him to come up with the script. Not really from an empirical point of view, but from what they've been seeing and witnessing.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool. Maybe, Irene, you can tell us a little bit about your character and what they go through in the play.
Okay, Susanna is a character. She's trying to portray... okay, there's the, what do I say? The rivalry in church, that the two pastors, they're not in agreement. There's one pastor who is advocating that Jesus is coming, and the other the other pastor is saying that no one knows the time or the hour. And Susanna, she's trying to portray how people are confused in church when the leaders are not in agreement. She's portraying confusion, and then at the end, okay, issues are resolved, but she's just a supporting character to portray, to give the full version of the story, because the play can't do without the supporting characters.
Okay. Have you acted for long, and how was your experience in this play?
I haven't been in theatre for long. I started in January.
Of this year?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been in 2 productions, and I think I love the experience. I love the thrill of performing on stage when you deliver the message to the audience, and it's a sort of, it helps build you as a person, and it helps you in communication and interacting with people. Yeah.
Okay. And Sakina, how was your experience? And tell us a little bit about your role.
Magdalena is the wife of Pastor Masumbuko, and she's this supporting wife who conceals all the dark secret of her husband about taking bang, alcohol, and stays with her husband till the end without concealing her husband's secret to the public.
Okay. And how was how did you find it acting in this role? And maybe tell us if you've been acting for a while, or this was like your start.
I've been acting for a while, but not professionally.
Okay.
I started this group January, and I think my experience was good. And the joy comes when the message reaches home.
And maybe a more personal question, because you're a Muslim, right? And do you feel like this also affects like the clergy in the Muslim community, or it was something foreign to you? Did you feel like it resonated with you in a way?
It's not that foreign, because I've been learning in Christian schools, we've been going to mass, church. So I felt like it's something that is happening among the Christians. So for the message to reach home, I also wanted to take part in it.
Okay. Do you feel like the clergy in your community also go through the same thing where they have to restrain themselves and live as though they're not human, like the rest of the people?
Not really.
Not really. Okay, cool. Maybe Bonaventure, we go to you. You tell us a little bit about your character and your experience as well.
Well, I'm playing a character of a person called Mateo. He's just basically a church leader who, when he finds out about the second coming, he's confused. He doesn't know whether to trust if Jesus is coming or not, but he's just trying to be in the right side of God, you know? He's like trying to redeem himself so that if in case it happens, maybe he'll find himself in heaven, or rather, yeah. So he's not sure whether Jesus is coming or not. He just wants to find a perfect place to stay in that community so that he can just be a good person. That's all about Mateo. It's not a big character.
Okay.
Yeah.
How was your experience playing that?
Well, my experience was very great. It's good, it's awesome. Although it's a small character, but I'll try to bring it as best as I can. Yeah, so that the people can understand.
Okay, can you give us a little bit of, you know, just how you did it, like a scene from the play?
A scene from the play.
Yeah, you seem
Go
so
on, man.
excited
Go
about
on.
your role.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe
Well-
just a little sneak peek here and there.
Fine, but I don't think I can do it alone because, you know, I'm
Oh
a
no,
supporting-
please go ahead. Do it with whoever. Everybody can do it.
Okay, fine. I tend to believe my director can help me out to bring a certain
Please
scene
direct.
there. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So come and wipe my feet, man.
Well, so there's some point I even try to redeem myself, such as I even pretend to be a beggar. So yeah. So this is it. We go. Okay.
Mateo,
Yes.
what are you doing?
Okay. Haven't you heard that Jesus is coming?
Coming where?
Well, that's the message he had in church today, and definitely I don't want to go to hell. So I want to gather my blessings.
Mateo, you
please.
must be bonkers. Stop it. What are you
No.
doing?
Let me just do a favor of just wiping your legs, you know, please. I'm just trying to redeem
Listen,
myself.
this is ludicrous. Huh? There is no heaven. There is no you wiping my feet. Go and gather your blessings from somewhere else.
But where? But haven't you heard that Jesus is coming
Go
today?
somewhere else.
Okay, fine. You know what? If you want to go to hell, I don't want to go to hell. I'll go and find my blessings somewhere else. Keep your blessings to
Tell you
yourself.
what yours as well.
Fine. Yeah, that's just a small...
That's a small, wow, that's amazing. Now, if I'm sitting at home and I'm watching you guys right now and I'm like, yo, I can do this. Like, I think I'm a pretty good actor or actress. What do I do? Who next to go to? Like, if I need casting, do you guys do auditions? How can someone who's that talented reach you guys?
Well, we have social media platforms. We have Instagram, we have Facebook, we have Twitter, and we have an official number of Igiza. So if you follow Igiza Arts on Facebook and Instagram, you're going to find necessary information that is going to help you to maybe get the next thing you need to do. But we're always open, we are accommodative, we support talent, we espouse the initiative of artistry. So anybody who feels out there that they have talent and they are willing to take it up, let them feel free to come actually to knock on our doors, and we're always open for them.
Okay.
Sure.
Now, as the director of this play, I'm sure you guys went through a little bit of challenges here and there, trying to just make sure that everything goes all right and the play is up to par. So maybe you could tell us a little bit about that and how you overcame it.
Well, it's a daunting task because actually compressing all those challenges and putting them in the limited time frame that I have is a bit difficult because there are so many. You know, it's a whole glut of them. It's a whole plethora of challenges. First of all, there's the pecuniary issue whereby we don't have finances to actually, nobody's bankrolling us, so we're actually getting everything from our own pockets because of the love of art. You know, for the love of art, we are just bankrolling ourselves. The little that we have, we consolidate here and there, we master here and there to put on a show. Secondly, you find that there's a lot of expectations from our audience. You know, we've built a very loyal audience because I trust we've been doing a good job. So the audience is always demanding, when are you doing your next show? When are you doing your next show? So you find that you have to prepare a show with squint time, you know, with crunch time. Maybe you have 3 weeks and you have to give your audience a show.
Okay.
Finally, there's a challenge of the audience, and maybe you can help us. Filling up the holes is a problem. We rely on the cast to actually market, which is not as potent as it should be.
Okay, that's actually was going to be my next question. I feel like in the recent past, like even up to now, the art scene has really been popping, for lack of a better word, and it's been amazing, I think, because people are going back to theatre. You see people tweeting or Facebooking or whatever on their social media that they saw such and such a play or whatever. Do you feel, because of what you've mentioned, that it's improved a bit, or you feel like it's stagnated in the same place?
Well, I could say it is improving, though the improvement is also meager. You know, it's just an iota, a fraction, just little. But we need more, you know. We need more people to actually trust us, espouse us, promulgate us, and actually help us fill our shows. Because trust you me, we have so many good actors out there. We have so many good script writers, directors, name them, who lack the platform, you know. And you see the platform that is there also is not sufficient enough. It doesn't suffice. So we are calling, I mean, we are actually asking everybody out there, we are calling out the hoi polloi to actually come and support our initiative. And if there's anything that anyone can do that can help us, you know, to actually fill our holes, then they'll have helped us a lot.
Is there something maybe that you could actually suggest? I know, like you've said, the media can help by portraying and putting your stuff out there. But is there any maybe government organization that you'd like to specifically speak to and maybe suggest something that it can actually do that you think will help?
Sure. Actually, I could succinctly go to KFCB, Kenya Film Commission, rather Kenya Film Classification Board, Ministry of Culture, you know, because I feel like there are those incentives which are supposed to reach the artists, but I don't feel like the artist who's down there is actually reached by the resources. You know, there's a lot of stratification, so maybe the resources disappear somewhere on the top strata, but the few of us, rather the many of us, the majority who are on the bottom strata, do not get to access these things. So if there's any way they can ensure that even that artist who is in the cesspool can access these incentives, then our theaters are going to get life, you know.
Okay.
Yes.